how many more games does Ten Hag need to lose in order to? So let's put it this way. I look at Ten Hag at Manchester United, got a better record than Gary O'Neill at Wolves, but I tell you what, I've got more faith in Gary O'Neill turning it around at Wolves than I do of Ten Hag turning it around at Manchester United, and that is saying something. Wolves are bottom with 1 point out of 6 games, and what I've seen of them, I've seen enough to say they're going to be okay.
But I think when you're looking at that, if you're just looking at the basic statistics and you're looking at Wolves have played, 6 games, lost 5.
Yeah,
they've lost 5 games. But if you look at the manner in which they've lost those games, they've been games. They've been playing. They've been in the game.
And that's why I say, if you look at the two, I'd sooner.
But then my thing with Ten Hag,
Yeah.
Stop talking to the media, bro.
Or when you talk, just be humble and say, you know what, we didn't do what we should have done. I'll hold my hands up. I should have set them up differently. But he's too egotistical. Yeah. So what he's doing is he's trying to deflect the blame to a degree without fully putting it on his players. But he's not really taking full responsibility in terms of his sound bites that he's pointing out there. And I think that's what's making him look even more stupid. Yeah. Because, the football fraternity are intelligent people. They've dealt with way more intelligent people than Mr. Ten Hag. And they've seen how they've tried to wangle the media. This is not slick. And you're just making yourself look even more stupid.
But I think if you're like that and you're getting results, like Jose Mourinho,
exactly.
If he didn't get the results, he would not have been able to be as kind of bullshit as he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
But with Erik Ten Hag, you won in Holland with Ajax. For me, that's not.
Listen. It's like Liverpool going for honest lot, right? In terms of where you're shopping for your next up and coming manager, and it's not that Ajax didn't do it in the Champions; they were doing it in the Champions League as well. Remember, they got to the semi-final with Spurs. They had that epic, battle with Spurs in Champions League. So
and then sold all their best players.
Yeah, exactly. But ultimately, he's shown that he can take a team to those levels with probably less resources than he would have had available to him at Manchester United. So that kind of qualifies you. I get it, and he's done it for 2 or 3 seasons at Ajax. It wasn't a one-season wonder. So I get why they've gone there. Listen, I'm just a big believer that some managers don't fit the DNA of certain clubs, and that's it. And it doesn't matter. You could transport all of the Ajax players he had back then into Manchester United,
isn't that what he's trying?
Into the Premier League, pretty much. And I was just about to say, and it still wouldn't work, as case in hand, right? Yeah. So for me, there's just some managers that don't fit the DNA of certain clubs, and Ten Hag is just not a fit for Manchester United. He may go and pick up a team like, I don't know, let's say Brighton. Let's say if something had happened to their manager over the next couple of seasons, he could go and pick up a team like Brighton. You might see him start getting Brighton, getting a tune out of Brighton. It's just about that DNA. Maybe it's the expectations. Maybe it's the pressure from seeing Fergie in the crowd every game, and and also these new owners coming in, and he knows that he's under the microscope. Who knows?
But my thing is, it's deeper than that with Manchester United. This isn't just Ten Hag's thing. This is manager after manager that's gone in there. And
no doubt.
It feels like it's rotten to the core.
Yeah. But
and I look at it and I think to myself, you know what? If you're Manchester United, and say, for example, they went on this, we're going to blood our youth players and bring through our young players, like Amand.
Yes, yeah.
He's starting to play this season.
Yeah.
Garnacho.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu.
The young players.
If you started playing with them and just sprinkled a bit of experience around them.
Correct.
If you lost, it would give you a little bit of time.
But you know what, though?
But you're not doing that.
Yeah, because of the fact that he's gone and got all this money for all these players. Now, if he's just seemed to be playing the youth team, they'll be looking at him and saying, so why did you get us to go and spend all that money on these players and they're sitting on the bench?
But look at Anthony. When was the last time he started a game?
Again, case in hand, right?
Didn't he play a cup game against a League 1 or League 2 team and celebrate like he just scored in the FA Cup final? And everyone's looking at him
FA Cup World Cup final? I'm sure he had like a vest or something underneath, or he's pointing up to the gods or something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
priorities are different, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's not looking good down there. I mean, long may it continue. As a Liverpool fan. However, I feel for the Man United fans in that regard, that you're going down, you're paying your big money to go and watch the team, you're not getting the performances, the manager's not saying anything to actually give you any sort of hope that things are going to turn around soon. You're languishing in, 13th now, with 2 wins and 3 losses. Both Tottenham and Liverpool have scored more goals at your ground than you have this season so far.
I saw that stat.
It's not looking good for them at the moment. But for Spurs,